Just 4 regular season games remain for the subscriber teams this season, and slip-ups like we saw last episode for the Celtic Dragons just can't afford to happen now. Today, the Guardians are in action, looking to claw their way back up the table, and they're taking on the Glasgow Warriors here in the final match of the round. Hello everyone and welcome back along to your home of rugby and the subscriber series, the GRC, where you guys take the field against the world's elite. Today we've got the Glasgow side up against the Guardians, and this is a game that the Guardians just can't afford to let slip away. They are the team that is struggling at the toe end of the top 6, and they are up against a team like the Glasgow Warriors who are way down in 10th. But like we saw last episode, that really does not matter. For this Glasgow Warriors side, it's been a last few weeks of pretty tough fixtures. Back in round 10, they took on the Pacific Tower and they only went down by 7 points, 35 to 28. They followed that up by going down by 6 points to the All Blacks in round 11. Now, in today's round, they have, well, the 3 in a row, the trifecta. They're up against the Guardians of the Crib. Their team, though, has seen little change throughout the season. A couple of injuries in the front row, and at fly half has seen Adam Hastings miss most of the season, has had Hala Nukunuka as well at loose head prop. So Aki Saili takes his place, and the number 1 jumper, Fraser Brown and Xander Fagerson, keep their role at 2 and 3. Scott Cummins and Johnny Gray will be in the second row. Rob Harley, Callum Gibbons, and Adam Ash completing the forward pack. George Horn's still there at 9, of course, but it will be Roy Jackson who wears that number 10 experienced replacement to come into this backline. Sam Johnson and Hugh Jones will be the midfield combination with DTH, Van der Merwe on the left wing, Tommy Seymour on the right, and a man who has had a very indifferent season, Peter Murray, once again a fullback. Sometimes he's been brilliant, other times, well, he's been disastrous. Hopefully, for his sake today, he'll have a decent matchup. One team hoping he won't have a decent matchup will be the Guardians of the Crib. This is a team that sit, like I said earlier, in 6th position. 7 wins and 3 losses. By normal standards, that is a standout year, but they just haven't picked up the bonus points and the wins they really needed to get. Of course, they're still in that position that they can attack the playoffs, and we all know at knockout rugby time, anyone can beat anyone. Most recently, they've been in alright form. They took out Saracens 21-10 back in round number 10, but they just could not get the job done against the Jaguares in round 11, 31-28. That has to really rip you nicely when it's that close and you don't get the cookies at the end of the day. Their team has undergone numerous changes for today's matchup as the build-up to the playoffs continues on over the next few episodes. Kicking things off with their front row, Isaac Fishure, Basafle Thunga and Vigo Ogier will be their front row players today. Elliot Knight and Michael Shepard will be together in the middle of the pack. It'll be Carlos Pereira, James Wanyama and Daniel Vera who will line up in the back row. Into the back line is Goncalo Vasco Costa, who will wear the number 9, and Lewis Gardner will be alongside him in 10. Louis Evans and Heston Gardner, he'll captain the side, the big bearded wonder from 13. Asher Antonio on the left wing, Rita Elias on the right, and of course Pedro Luz, who's had a very interesting season as well in the pink headgear. He will wear 15 tonight for the Guardians, looking to make their chances of hopefully a better finish, and maybe they could hope and dream they might get a home playoff game as well. They've got to win this one though. Glasgow Warriors will be no pushover. And over the next 80 minutes, we'll see these two sides go head to head for a big slice of the points pie. Right, match-up formalities are done. We are ready for kick-off, and it will be Lewis Gardner for the Guardians. They're playing in the blue and white strips up against the black of the Glasgow Warriors. Underway we go. And this is a crucial game, especially for the Guardians, as Xander Fagerson drags the ball down for the Glasgow Warriors, who have first use. And Fraser Brown, well, he's first man there, scrum half as well. Straight off the pick goes Adam Ash. There's now a bit of width for the game of the Glasgow Warriors. It's Johnny Gray who fires it out wide, and a big chance for Hugh Jones. We're picked up and dumped and wrapped up and turned over. Asher Antonio on the toe of that. And an intercept ball as well. Nice work, Scott Cummins getting involved, turning the ball over. One phase is all they're allowed. Now here's Ferguson. Straight run from the tight end prop. Ash, he'll pick and go. Looks to get around the outside, but can't do it. Finds Jones instead, who's back on the inside. Cummins, once more, short ball to Ferguson. Another strong carry from the big front rower. Making his way up slowly here. Saley, oh, wide pass, a big one as well. Finding Tommy Seymour, back inside he goes. And running that channel was Rory Jackson. Waiting for it now is Horn. And here's Ferguson. Once more, boy, he's been involved tonight as Xander Ferguson. The game's only just started. He already has about 5 carries. Horn goes back inside. Gibbons does well. Out wide they go to Tommy Seymour. And he can't get away. Good chase. Asher Antonio. Not for the first time tonight. Gets a big play in the breakdown. Well, he got there first, Antonio. He made that turnover early. This time, it was not released from Tommy Seymour. And the referee had no choice but to deliver a penalty, which has been given to Lewis Gardner. And he has smacked that into the corner. A very precise player, Lewis Gardner, tonight. He's one who will be looking to make a big impression heading into those playoffs. It's a short line out. It's stolen brilliantly. That is a big play from Johnny Gray, and here he is. Ferguson once more. Tommy Seymour wrapped up. Another turnover. It's got to be here for the Guardians. Big play inside the 22. It does come the way now. Costa into midfielder. Easton Gardner getting inside. The big number 3s are getting involved. Ogier back in for Soro on a pass. And a try will be James Wanyama's. Oh, that was sensational from the Guardians of the crib. How do they get away with ridiculous rugby like that? Well, we saw Vigo Ogier. He was the one charging. But look at these passes. That beautiful offload left and right, inside and outside. How can you keep up? It needs a slow-mo replay to keep up with who had the ball. That much was changing. So it was Gardner. Back inside it went to Louis Evans. Then it was Ogier away to the right. I can't even keep up with who that was. Was it Lewis Gardner who got it back for threading it back inside to Wanyama? Ridiculous offloading game from the Guardians. If you can keep up with that, well done. End result, though, is a try to the Guardians, and that's it's the start they would have dreamt of. Conversion is successful. Lewis Gardner does not miss those. One of the most accurate goal kickers of this series. And after 18 minutes now, it is the Guardians who lead this one 7 points to 0. Back to Rory Jackson to get us back underway. It is a try scorer who drags it in and he barges his way another couple of metres. And now it waits for Costa, who goes short and playing around the breakdown there was Louis Evans, and the support plate has knocked the ball on. An opportunity now for the Warriors to strike. It's Ash. Right on halfway. Horn waits for it. Now he goes open side. Oh, high tackle there on Callum Gibbons. And we've seen ill discipline cost teams in the past. This time, the Guardians somewhat get away with it, but right on halfway here, what's the call going to be? It is to touch. Well, there was the option there. There was the thought. Maybe looking for 3. But Rory Jackson, not keen on it. Deciding to go for the corner instead and just sneaks it inside the 22. 25 gone. Fraser Brown will throw. Well, that didn't look straight at all, but it's nicely clean to the front from Cummins. And now they get to their back line. Here Jones out wide to Tommy Seymour. He's the man at the moment is Seymour. Boy, oh boy. And he's had his number there from Asher Antonio. Once again, a turnover. Shepherd charges his way out of the 22. Costa takes his time. He gets there now. Looks for a kick. He had options on his left. He's got a thunderous punt away. That is huge. A ginormous kick from the little number 9. And what a chase as well. Oh, that was almost into the own goal. Carried back just about for Peter Murchie. But he's managed to save his bacon by getting the offload away. But now it's picked up and driven into touch. Fraser Brown with a pick and go down the short side. Disaster from an escape by the Glasgow Warriors. And what a turnaround that is from the Guardians. They can't win their line out though. Johnny Gray, a real nuisance at the set piece here for the Guardians. He's stolen twice now from their own throw. Look at that, Rory Jackson. He's at the back of the maul. And Xander Fagerson, he plays scrum half, gets away with it as well. Nice little ball away to Tommy Seymour. And now Pedro Luz has a long run across. Oh, he's missed that. There's a couple of jerseys chasing on hard here. Roy Jackson's got it. He's got it. He's charged in big time. Turnover play, Horn. The short run him over back inside. And Sam Johnson almost slices his way through. Waiting for it there is Rob Harley. Here's Jackson, a little chip over the top. The chase is coming slowly from Gibbons. It's a good one. The ball's spilt. It's picked up just to the back there from the Guardians, and they are just a metre from their own line now. Here's Pereira. Into midfield it goes, and it's Louis Evans who takes the hit up. Costa waits. Are they going to play this? No, they go for the kick this time, and Costa, well, he does not mess about, sending that straight to the cameraman on the sideline just before halfway. Well, that is some complete turnarounds there, isn't it? From end to end, neither side could finish. Fraser Brown will throw. He almost costs his side. To the back they go. Gibbons is the man. And a last chance to dance here for the Glasgow Warriors. Put points on the board. They cut around, and Roy Jackson goes straight through the middle. Goes past out wide numbers. Oh! Joe Jones had to give Tommy Seymour unmarked, and they finally break it down. Now Seymour, away to Gibbons again, back inside to Seymour. He's got support. Pedro Luz takes him down. This is the turnover. It's got to be a turnover, unbelievably. It's not. Johnson, he goes alone. Wide to Jones, cuts it back to Gibbons. Great offload. Ferguson, out wide to Gray. It's got to be a try. How can they not? Glasgow again falls short. Rory Jackson this time. Horn to Johnson. Skips out of one, taking the second. Pedro Luz up in the line. Oh, Jackson, he's in touch there. Oh, that is a disaster of a way to end the half. Rory Jackson with a foot on the line. He put in a little grubber. It was a dead play anyway. That is half time. It is 7-0. Guardians lead the Warriors. And I tell you what, I've seen some great games of rugby, but this one is going 100% unrewarded. Should be 20, 30 points each at the moment, but it is the Glasgow side who are up in possession, but massively down on territory. Both teams attacking like nothing else matters, and to be honest with you, it doesn't. This is big play rugby, and neither side has taken this game by the scruff of the neck yet. Back underway we go. Jackson goes deck to Shepherd, and what a big pass out there into midfield. A kick away from Louis Evans. Finds Peter Murchie at the back, and he returns into the 22 of the Guardians. Shepherd's there. Pedro Luz goes back to Costa. This is a bit exciting. Is Shepherd again. Just manages to break out of the 22. Fighting for the ball there. Now there's a bit of space as Louis Evans gets away to Antonio, who's had the number of his opposite. And Tommy Seymour to his feet. He comes away to penalty. Oh, wow! That happened quickly. Antonio this time gets busted for not releasing, and the ball scratched free just after. Tell you what, this is a three-pointer surely. Yes, Rory Jackson does call the dime. And we will have the first opportunity of points for the home side. Jackson strikes it on the 10 upright, curls it around beautifully, and Rory Jackson adds the first 3 points for the Glasgow Warriors tonight, and they are now on the board. 7 points to 3. It is still the Guardians with the lead. Well, I'll tell you what, this game has had some real action, but some lack of finishing may cost one of these two teams. Here is the Warriors again. Johnson finding the big run of Rob Harley. Horn goes short, and now they're going to bring him out wide. Antonio's got work to do because Seymour's away once more. Breaks the tackle, 2 players, and Tommy Seymour will break the hearts of the Guardians. Seymour finally scores. He's had oodles of chances, but that was special. The most work to do of the night, and he makes it pay. Well, we've seen him bust the line. One-on-one chances. Antonio got back, but it's Pedro Luz who missed the first one. Costa missed the second. And Tommy Seymour, what a finish that was. Well, we've seen some fantastic tries throughout this GRC season. That one is right up there, breaking 2 tackles on the outside edge. Brilliant work, Tommy Seymour. Straight after getting the 3 points as well. That is a double blow for the Guardians, and now the Warriors lead by a solitary point with a kick to come from Rory Jackson. Out on this right-hand edge, he doesn't miss many, Jackson, and that is another successful kick. Well, the lead now is 3 points. Glasgow over the Guardians. We have got half an hour to play. And that's the way this game's been going. Could be crucial, because both sides have thrown away so many chances tonight. As we get back underway, a short one, nicely taken from Johnson.
Release.
Just short of halfway. Glasgow come again. Horn goes short, and Fraser Brown has got a run. Jackson goes through, puts a little kick towards the corner. Ho-ho! That is sensational. Rory Jackson playing with the ball on a needle and thread. That is perfectly positioned into the corner, putting massive pressure now on a struggling Guardians line out. Johnny Gray has destroyed them in the set piece. This time it goes through everyone. Shepherd misses it as well. It's a free ball, and it's picked up from the Glasgow Warriors. Now there's a chance. Horn now wide. Big options, big opportunities. Little grubber kick from Van der Merwe. DTH Van der Merwe scores. Oh, the Canadian is something special. And he puts the Glasgow Warriors up 15-7. How did he get away with that? The grubber kick is such a wasted chance. A low percentage play. Gunner to the corner. He didn't. He trusted in his ability. He went round the outside of Elias. And he put the play into the end goal. That was the difference. Look at that little delicate push. Pedro Luz overran it. He was gunning for the corner as well, as was Elias. And the Guardians now struggling to get away from this Glasgow Warriors side. 15-7 with 20 to play. Make it 17-7. Another good kick from Rory Jackson. Well, we talked about the slip-up of last episode where the Dragons failed to make their chances pay. Now look at this. We're seeing the Guardians do exactly the same thing. Underway we go again. Deep kick from Lewis Gardner. Pressure on at the back.
Release.
Johnny Gray just gets away with that. Jackson goes to Fagerson. Oh boy, he has been sensational tonight as Xander Fagerson. It sits up for Jackson. He goes short. There's a big run there. Nicely, Cummins finds it away again to Van der Merwe. He can't this time get away from Pedro Luz. Could be. Not a chance. Big play at the breakdown. There is Horn. George Horn down the left edge. Another chance for turnover. Guardians, they need the ball. They've had no ball this half at all. And Glasgow are running the show. Jackson. No, it's Sam Johnson this time. Running the line. Van der Merwe. Away to Horn. Gets back inside short to Cummins. More options, more chances here for the Warriors. Short, close to the sideline there was Johnson. Another opportunity as they break the line. They can't get their hands on the ball at the moment. The Guardians. Cummins. Release. On the 10-metre line. Time is ticking. We've got 10 to play. Van der Merwe, a pick and go there. Turnover finally comes to the Guardians. And it is from the big man on the wing. Rita Elias pulls the pin on that play. Well, they've got a score right now, the Guardians. They've got to get one over the board. Here's Waithanga away. Now it's back inside. Little play from Louis Evans. Turned over from Glasgow. And they could turn it completely around. Van der Merwe. Turnover to the Guardians. They keep it alive. Too much here. Through the middle goes Heston Gardner. Pereira. On the left-hand side, Asher Antonio gets away from Seymour. Antonio wants to beat him. Murchie, ho-ho! Peter Murchie puts him in touch. Well, he's having a good night. It's Peter Murchie, 5 to play at 17-7. Glasgow lead the Guardians. Line out to the front, and it's coming to pulls it down. Fraser Brown, a good throw. They inch their way, not enough though. Ferguson throws it into midfield. And now they finally give it all out to Van der Merwe on the left. He kicks ahead. This is going to be far too deep, is it? Surely. Surely it's going to go dead, and it does. A minute to play, and that's not a bad play. It eats up the clock. Well, a bonus point is about all that's on offer now for the Guardians. Its time is pretty much up.
Bind.
A little flurry after half-time was enough for the Glasgow Warriors. Can they score now, the Guardians? Can they score and get a bonus point for losing within 7? That's all they had to play for. Costa. Gardner. Gross receiver, great offload to Wanyama, around the corner, Pereira. Oh, this is brilliant for the moment from the Guardians to the crib. Gardner has Heston this time, back inside with Dunga, gives it to his front row partner. There's grey numbers everywhere. Oh, they still don't do it. They get turned over and it will get kicked into touch with it. No, it's a turnover and a try. Oh, I've seen it all. Daniel Vera, I think it is, that scored it. That was some incredible rugby from the Guardians. How they didn't score, I do not know. Right to left, left to right, inside, outside. Really, their passing outdid their support play. But in desperation, as Glasgow tried to give it away, look at this. Oh, Lewis Gardner, he had support from Pereira. He had support from Elias. He should have kept it alive. He took the hit. But it's somehow come away all right for the Guardians. They will pick up the losing bonus points. They scored first, they've scored last, but they just could not do it in the middle section. Lewis Gardner slots over the conversion. 17-14 will be the full-time score. Tries to James Wanyama and Daniel Vera for the Guardians. Not enough. After the penalty goal from Rory Jackson, the big difference maker in this one. It was their only points for the Guardians, for the Glasgow Warriors, I should say. After the opening try from James Wanyama, but look at that disappointment. What did we talk about earlier? Don't slip up against these lower place sides. Huge opportunities to get the job done have been wasted. 2 tries to the wingers, DCH Van der Merwe and Tommy Seymour. It was converted both from Jackson and the penalty goal as well. On the other side of things, well, just the 2 tries to 7 and 8. James Wanyama, Daniel Vera. That is massively disappointing for the Guardians of the Crib. Well, let's be honest, they had no ball in the second half, did they? They were shut out, but they dominated the first half. 7 points, not enough to come away with, but take a look at those line breaks. Wow, 17, but we only saw 4 tries from that. What an entertaining game, but not the result the Guardians wanted. And to say that that was expected, let's be honest, was a massive understatement. We saw the Dragons slip up against Saracens, 24-20. Thought, okay, there's their upset of the round, but no, we saw more from the upset station. 17-14, Glasgow over the Guardians. 2 massively disappointing results for 2 teams who were really teetering on the edge of maybe getting up to that top 3-4 spots, but probably sitting back down in 4 to 6. That's where it looks like they will stay, as we have 4 of the 5 sides in action next round. That means there is no game for the Pacific Tower in round 13. Looking forward to that said round, the final round of round robin play. You can see we've already had 1 match take place. The Crusaders, well, they have demolished Clermont. Also, you saw the final game of round 12. The Hugwatters thrashing the Exeter Chiefs in a big way, 54 to 6. Okay, we've got 3 games coming your way in round 13. They have a lot of stories still to tell. We still have the Hugwatters in action. They are yet to lose a game. The final chance for anyone to beat them is the Celtic Dragons. They play in the penultimate game of the regular season. We also have a big subscriber clash this round as well. The Flakers up against the Guardians. Ooh, there will be 1 upset Guardians team following that result here today. And the next game you'll see Leinster up against the All Flakes. And let's have a look at that table and see just where all those teams sit, because this is a round where ultimately the Tower won't play, so there's a big chance now for some of those teams to make their final charge to those better places up the ladder. And with it we can see it is the Jaguares now. They've got just the one game to play. So all this time they've been a couple of games behind. But look at their lead. The Tower are done. They're on 44. So they're out. I mean, they've done their season. The worst they can finish is third. And I guess, let's be honest, for a team in their debut season, the top subscriber side with 1 round to play, that is a pretty good position to be in. Yes, they could drop that though. The Flakers are the team. Remember, the Flakers play the Guardians, another subscriber side, and we know those games can go any which way. Who knows what's going to happen there? So it could be, a fact of the matter is, the Tower could actually finish in that second spot. That would be a fantastic result for them. The Flakers, we talked about, they're on 40 points, could go to second, but could ultimately drop down to fourth as well. The Dragons, they have to beat the Jaguares, who haven't lost all season, if they want to get into third. Unlikely, but still, anything is possible. The All Flakes, well, they could jump up into fourth if the Dragons fail to beat the Jaguares. And if they do beat Leinster, who are down in eighth, they will do that before the Dragons do play. The Guardians, though, well, they'll want the All Flakes to lose, because the best they can do now is into fourth if they do pick up that 5 points. So a winning bonus point as well for them, a 4-try bonus point. Winning the game against the Flakers seems unlikely, but they could climb all the way up to fourth if the Dragons and the All Flakes lose their respective games. A lot could still happen here in this final round. One thing is guaranteed though, the Jaguares are the minor premiers. Well, we've not seen though, down the bottom next to the Chiefs, failing to win a game. But how about the Glasgow Warriors though? Their third victory here today. They've also picked up a draw. They've been not too bad this season. Saracens picked up that last nudge as well against the Dragons. So, you know, this season has certainly been one where we can see anyone win at any time, which sets us up for, well, what will be our penultimate, love that word at the moment, game for the AI teams. Of course, we've got this game, All Flakes versus Leinster, and the Jaguares are in action as well, taking on the Dragons. So that will be our final look at the AI teams for the regular season. Of course, the Jaguares, they're going to be in the playoffs along with the 5 subscriber sides. So that's a big chance there for the AI to pick up maybe their first ever GRC title. They look tough to beat, but the Dragons, they've got that final chance. Next episode though, All Flakes, Leinster, coming your way as always. Another great game. Disappointing though for Guardians fans. What on earth went wrong there? The inability to finish the chances has really cost the Dragons, and now the Guardians in this round. Round 12 is done. Let's look forward to round 13. I'll see you for our opening match, the All Flakes and Leinster. Until then, thanks for watching, and as always, take care.